All rise. Everybody stand up.
Thank you. You may be seated. This is the time set for the 2 a.m. initial appearance calendar on October 11th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of fingerprints and DNA that was given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. I'll call you each one at a time to the podium. I'll let you know what you are here for, if I've appointed an attorney, if you have a bond, and what your release conditions are. If we could start with Mr. Matthews to the podium, and Mr. Dennison to the chair. Good morning. May I get your name and date of birth?
Aaron Randall Matthews, April 20th, 1973.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on 4 cases. Your first case is new charges. The other 3 cases are your probation cases. Your new charges are for 1 count of narcotic drug possession for sale, Class 2 felony, 1 count of dangerous drug possession for sale, Class 2 felony, 1 count of narcotic drug possession for use, Class 4 felony, 1 count of dangerous drug possession for use, Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession for use. Probable cause has been found. On your probation cases, when you're on probation and you're picked up for a new offense, it is a Term 1 violation of your probation. So I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you in all of your cases. You will have a status conference October 16th at 8:30, a probation revocation hearing October 17th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing October 20th at 8:30. On your new charges, you have a secured appearance bond of $10,000. On your probation cases, it's at $250 each for a total of $10,750 for all 4 cases. In the event you do post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You may not possess weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. All of this will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
The $10,000 you said?
Yes, sir, on the new charges.
There's no way to lower that, Your Honor.
So I have reviewed the allegations in this case along with your criminal history. I do note that you have 9 prior felony convictions along with 9 prior failures to appear. I also did review the state's recommendation. They are requesting a $15,000 cash bond. I have set it as a $10,000 secured, but at this time I do not intend to lower it. Once you meet with your attorney on October 16th, if they feel like it's appropriate to make a motion to the court, they may do so at that time. If you will please step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork.
I have that right. Arms up in the city.
Can I have Mr. Justin to the chair? May I get your name and date of birth?
Brendan James Dennison.
And your date of birth?
3698.
All right, it does look like you are here today on a new case. It does have offense dates from May of 2025 to June of 2025, and it does relate to 17 counts of organized retail theft, Class 4 felony, 1 count of theft control of property, a Class 3 felony, and 1 count of shoplifting, a Class 5 felony. I am finding probable cause and appointing an attorney to represent you. You have a status conference October 16th at 8:30, a preliminary hearing October 20th at 8:30. You're currently in custody on other cases, is that correct? And do you have bonds on those cases? Okay, so you do have a bond in this case in the amount of $10,000. This would be in addition to any bond previously set. In the event you post all your bonds and are released from custody, you do have written conditions of release. You may not return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You may not go to any Home Depot store, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release.
So my whole bond is 10,000, or?
That's for just this case. So if you were given bonds previously, this would be in addition to that, okay? All right, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, so step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork.
All right.
Mr. Justin to the podium, Mr. Bell to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Sean Justin, 9/16/89.
Thank you, sir. You are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 3, 5, and 15 of your probation. I'm appointing an attorney and setting a probation revocation hearing October 17th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $500. In the event you post that bond, you do have written conditions of release. Some of those things include not possessing weapons or alcohol and contacting your probation officer within 24 hours of release. All of this will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
Oh, when was the date for the next one?
Your probation revocation hearing is October 17th.
October 17th.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Bell to the podium. And Mr. Rivas to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Robert Bell, 10/26/93.
Thank you, sir. I know you were previously seen by this court on the 8 p.m. calendar last night, and the reason I'm recalling this case is to let you know that you were inadvertently told that there was a count for narcotic drug possession. However, due to the type of substance that was found, it is actually a dangerous drug possession. It's still a Class 4 felony. It doesn't change anything else in your release conditions. I just simply wanted you to know that it is a dangerous drug possession you're being charged with and not a narcotic drug possession. And so we are updating your records to reflect that. Everything else will remain the same from the 8 p.m. hearing, which was a bond of $500.
The bond was 250.
Say that again, sir?
The bond was 250.
I'm not sure I can understand you.
The bond was 250.
So the bond I show was $500. That was given to you on the 8 p.m. calendar. So I don't know, have you been seen for other things?
No, she gave me 250 bond earlier.
Let me take a look. I know you had two cases. You had a $250 bond on your probation revocation, but for the new charges, it was $500 for a total of $750.
Okay.
So I'm not changing anything as far as bond, so it's still the $750. Just on the new charges, it'll be a dangerous drug charge.
All right.
Okay? If you'll step to your left, they'll give you the updated paperwork for that. Mr. Rivas to the podium. Mr. Comer to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Roy Alonzo Rivas, March 13, 1994.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a direct complaint that was filed. It has an offense date of May 19th, 2025. It is for one count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and one count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. I am appointing an attorney and setting a status conference October 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing October 29th at 8:30. I am releasing you to the supervision of pretrial services. You do have written conditions of release. You may not possess drugs without a valid prescription. You may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You're also going to get an envelope with your paperwork. You need to read those instructions and contact pretrial services once you've been released.
Okay.
All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have questions?
Yeah, I'm getting released, right? To pretrial services.
You are on this case, yes, sir.
Yeah, because they originally released me to pretrial services on this case, and I had contacted them. And the state had dropped the charges, and I guess a couple weeks ago, I guess they just picked it back up.
Yeah, it looks like they filed August 25th, 2025, so it was a couple months after the original charges, because they were from May. They filed the new charges. It looks like they did try to get you notice.
I just got out of detox, so like today, as they arrested me, I just walked out of detox, you know?
Okay. So as a result of you missing that original hearing, they issued this warrant, but I'm going to release you to pretrial services. Just make sure you go to those hearings, otherwise another warrant will issue, okay?
Right. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Comier to the podium, and Mr. Wiggins to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Hezekiah Comer. 8/29/1998.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. It is for 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of resisting arrest, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. I do see that you have a warrant outside, well, not outside, from the city of Phoenix. So you will likely be seeing that judge at 10 a.m. this morning. I don't know what's going to happen at that hearing, and the reason I'm bringing this up is I'm inclined to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. However, if you get held by the city of Phoenix and are not released prior to that hearing, you won't be transported, you'll miss the hearing, and a warrant will issue as a result of that. So I'm going to give you the option. Do you want me to place a $50 bond on there? That way, if you're held in custody, you'll be transported. Or do you want me to release you to supervision of pretrial services, knowing that if you aren't out by October 27th, that a warrant could issue for your arrest?
Wait, so, what type of warrant is this?
The one that I'm talking to you about,
Yes,
or the
ma'am.
city of Phoenix?
Because I literally just got out of prison, not too long ago.
You're
so.
not before me for a warrant. You have a warrant out of the city of Phoenix. It looks like it indicates it's for obstructing or resisting police. When they were attempting to arrest you today related to that, they found drug paraphernalia and you resisted arrest during that. So you're here for new charges before me, but you're going to see a city of Phoenix judge likely at 10 a.m.
So they gave a warrant even though they arrested me?
No, you don't have a warrant before me.
Okay.
You have a warrant from a previous incident with the city of Phoenix. I don't have the full information on that. That's from a different incident. You'll see a judge for that at 10 a.m. I don't have that information. You have a $50 bond on that case right now. I don't know what will happen when you see the judge at 10 a.m.
Okay.
And so what I'm saying is I could put a $50 bond on this case. That way, if you do get held by the city of Phoenix, you will be transported to your hearings. Or if you believe that you will be released or will be able to post the bond, if in fact the city of Phoenix orders you to post one, that you will be able to attend your hearing on October 27th.
So what type of release?
What do you mean?
Sorry, I'm confused. It's been a bad, yesterday. So you said either I take pretrial services or
Or a $50 bond.
could I take pretrial services?
Okay, and I'm willing to give you pretrial services as long as you're aware that if you get held by the city of Phoenix and you're not released, it could result in a warrant if you don't appear at the hearings I'm going to give you. Those hearings are going to be on October 27th and October 29th at 8:30 in the morning. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
So that means if I am released, I have to get here to make those,
Yeah. You need to make sure you go to those hearings.
Yeah, I'll be able to do that.
Okay. You're going to have written conditions of release. You may not return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You're going to get an envelope with your paperwork. That's going to be the instructions for pretrial services. Make sure you contact them once you're released from custody, okay?
Okay. But this court at 10, what does that mean?
Like I said, I don't have the information. I just have a note in here that you have a warrant from the city of Phoenix and you're awaiting to see the judge. Usually what that means is you're going to see their judge who comes in at 10 o'clock in the morning, which means you'll be held for another 8 hours to see what that judge is going to do on the charges you have there.
So I have to wait here till they see me?
Yes. Yeah, because you're right now, you're before the Superior Court, but you have a warrant with the city of Phoenix that you have to take care of.
Do you know what year this is from?
Unfortunately, it does not give me any information like that. It just simply says that there's a Phoenix warrant, a bond of $50, and that you're waiting to see the judge. That's all I have.
So they could release me potentially too, or?
They could. I just don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. You'll have to talk to that judge to see if they're going to require the bond or if they're going to release you.
Okay. So if you said if I post the $50 bond, what would that mean? Like I would have to stay here for how long?
So you've chosen to do pretrial services with me, so you don't have a bond. You're going to find out when you see the city of Phoenix judge if they're going to make you post the $50 bond or if they're going to release you. If they require a bond, then once you post the bond, you'd be released from custody, and you just have to make sure you go to the hearings I give you and the hearings the city of Phoenix judge gives you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sort of. But you gave me two options, right?
Yeah. I give you the option of taking a bond on my case as well, that you're seeing me for, or
Uh-huh.
being released to pretrial services. You said you wanted to be released to pretrial services, so I'm going to release you to pretrial services. You're going to wait here and see the judge next door, probably at 10 o'clock in the morning, related to your City of Phoenix charges.
What if I take the bond? What would that mean?
Then after you see the City of Phoenix judge, if they don't hold you on a bond, then you have to post the $50 on my case in order to get released from custody.
Okay, so I'm probably choosing a decent one.
The only risk you have by taking the pretrial services is if the City of Phoenix holds you and you're not released before October 27th, you won't be transported for your hearing with the Superior Court, and then you'd get a warrant. As long as you're released by the City of Phoenix before October 27th, which is a few weeks away, then you just need to make sure you get yourself to that hearing.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So step to the left, the officer will get you the paperwork for this court, and then they'll give you more instructions on where you'll go next for City of Phoenix, okay?
Okay, so they gave me, these are new, this is a new case?
Yes, what you're seeing me for is for new charges, yes, sir.
Okay, all right,
All right, thank you, sir.
thank you. So I need to contact these people?
Yes, once you're released from custody, the information in that envelope, you need to call the phone number in there.
Okay, I need to give me a new phone, that's why I said that.
Okay, yeah, make sure you contact them. They can provide any services, reminders, and bus passes if needed to get to your hearings.
Okay,
All right, thank you, sir.
thank you.
Can I have Mr. Wiggins to the podium? And 1 count of dangerous drug possession for sale, a Class 2 felony. For purposes of today only, I'm only finding probable cause as to the narcotic drug possession for sale, not the dangerous drug possession for sale. That does not mean that the other charges are dismissed. They may move forward with testing the other substances and move forward. Because you're on probation and you were picked up for a new offense, it is a Term 1 violation of your probation. So I am appointing an attorney to represent you in both cases. You're going to have a couple of hearings coming up. You are going to have a status conference October 16th at 8:30, a probation revocation hearing October 17th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing October 20th at 8:30. On your new charges, you have a secured appearance bond of $25,000. On your probation cases, you have a bond of $500 in each case. That is a total bond of $26,000. In the event you post that bond, you do have written conditions of release. It will include not possessing weapons or alcohol and contacting your probation officer within 72 hours of release. All of this is going to be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, if you'll take a seat in the gallery, we're going to reprint this paperwork and we'll get that out to you, okay? Thank you. Okay, I think they should be ready. Thank you. Can I have Sylvia to the podium? Number 4 wasn't signed. Okay. May I get your name and date of birth?
Sylvia Carranza, 12204.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you are here on a warrant from the state of Texas, and they have indicated that they do want to extradite you back related to the pending charges you have there. It does look like it is an aggravated assault involving a weapon. Did you get an opportunity to review the laminated card that was given to you?
Yes,
Okay. Okay, so you have a choice to make here today. Your first option is you can say, yes, Texas, I'm ready to be picked up. I'm willing to be extradited back to that state to resolve this case. If you were to do that, you would be held here in the Maricopa County jails, non-bondable, for 30 days to give them an opportunity to pick you up. However, that 30 days does not start until tomorrow, or if you have any pending charges here in the state of Arizona, that 30 days would not start until the conclusion of your Arizona cases. In the alternative, you have the right to demand that the governors of both Texas and Arizona sign a governor's warrant before you're extradited back. If you do that, I would set a hearing here in Maricopa County, October 20th at 1:30 in the afternoon. That hearing is civil in nature, meaning you would not be entitled to a court-appointed attorney, but you could hire one. You would also be entitled to bond. You would have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $26,000. In the event you posted that bond, you would have written conditions of release, and you'd also need to ensure that you attended any hearings here in Maricopa County. If you were to fail to appear at them, a warrant would issue here. Your warrant would still be valid in Texas, and you'd forfeit any bonds you posted. Do you know which option you'd like to do here today, ma'am?
So if I choose to not, go back, I could post bond out here and get out?
That is correct. You would be
without being transferred, or?
So it doesn't mean that you wouldn't be extradited eventually, but you would be demanding that the governors of both states sign a governor's warrant before that happens. That's a process of about 60 to 90 days. So you would have the ability to bond out. If you didn't bond out, you would remain in custody during that 60 to 90 days while they determined whether or not that governor's warrant would be signed.
I'll go with the second option.
Okay, so you want me to go ahead and set that hearing here and give you that bond of $26,000? Okay, so we'll do that. You'll have a hearing on October 20th at 1:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $26,000. Again, make sure if you post that bond, you follow all your written conditions of release and attend your hearings, because you'll forfeit the bond and then have a warrant here and in Texas, okay? Any other questions?
The warrant for Texas, what is it for? Because I was or am on bond, and I spoke to them not too long ago, and they haven't told me anything. I barely got my hearings for the assault with the deadly weapon.
Yeah, it's very limited information. It says that a warrant issued, let me see if I can find the date of the warrant. For aggravated assault involving a weapon, the warrant issued September 25th, 2025, so about 2 weeks ago. That's all it tells me, so I don't know what specifically from that case caused this warrant, but that's what it states. We did contact Texas to make sure it was still a valid warrant. They did confirm it was valid and that they would extradite you.
Okay.
Okay? All right, if you'll take a seat in the gallery, we'll get that paperwork printed for you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, guys, for the bonds, to bond out here, I don't know how it works. Do we pay the 10% there or the full amount?
So it is secured. Are you here for something else? Are you in custody on anything else?
No, I had got released, but because, I guess they found the warrant, they brought me back.
Got it, okay. So it is secured, meaning you can use the bail bonding company percent that you're talking about. That's typically what they're going to require. When you get to the next step, they'll give you information if you want to contact different bail bonding companies to see what the contract would look like.
Okay.
Okay, all right, thank you, ma'am. This does conclude our 2 a.m. calendar, and we will now stand in recess until 5 a.m.
Arms out, please. Arms out, please. Watching, you done? Yeah, he's right here. He's right here. Bradley? Let's just move in. So when you go inside the courtroom, you get your paperwork. When you come back out, sit in the first row. Also, no hat, no hoodies inside the courtroom. When the judge steps in, I say, all right, stand out, and she might tell you when you see it. If you stand, then you go to processing, you go to release, or you release area. You stand and take anywhere from 6 to 8 hours to get processed, you go into jail, you get released, 4 to 6 hours. Some of you might be having ankle monitor part of your release condition. For 9 ankle monitor. Make sure don't say a lot of stuff before your initial exam. Everything in here is audio recorded too. All right. Get up. Get up.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good morning. This is the time set for the 5 a.m. initial appearance calendar on October 11th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. I'll call you each one at a time to the podium. I'll provide a second name to sit in the chair outside of this room. I will let you know what you were here for, if I have appointed an attorney, if you have a bond, and what your release conditions are. If we can start with Jason Westoff to the podium and Joaquin Quintana to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Jason Westoff, February 1st, 1983.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new case. It is for 1 count of narcotic drug possession for sale, a Class 2 felony, and 1 count of dangerous drug possession for sale, a Class 2 felony. For purposes of today's hearing only, I am not finding probable cause for the dangerous drug possession for sale charge. I am finding probable cause for the narcotic drugs. However, that does not mean that charge is dismissed. They may test the substances that were located and move forward with those charges. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you, and you're going to have a status conference October 16th at 8:30, a preliminary hearing October 20th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $25,000. In the event you post that bond, you do have written conditions of release. You may not possess weapons or drugs without a valid prescription. All of this will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions? If you'll step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Mr. Quintana to the podium. Mr. Vieira to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Joaquin Quintana, 10/17/97.
Thank you, sir. You are here on a new case. It is for 1 count of armed robbery, a Class 2 felony, 1 count of theft means of transportation, a Class 3 felony, 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of criminal damage, a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of criminal trespass, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You have a status conference October 16th at 8:30, a preliminary hearing October 20th at 8:30, and you have a secured appearance bond of $25,000. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. Some of those include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with the alleged victim, complainant, or witness, and you may not possess any weapons. All of this will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, just up to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Cesar Vieira to the podium. Zayden Salerno to the chair.
No.
Can I get your name and date of birth?
Cedar Vera, 207/27/1996.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a failure to appear bench warrant that was issued for you.
Yes.
You have pending aggravated DUI charges.
Yes.
I'm going to affirm the attorney previously appointed to represent you and set a status conference October 21st at 8:30.
Okay.
You have a cash bond of $25,000. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You may not possess weapons or alcohol, and you may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You'll also need to ensure that you attend all of your future hearings. If you were to fail to appear again, another warrant would issue and you'd forfeit any bond you posted. Did you have any questions?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, if it's up to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Mr. Salerno to the podium, Luis Ruiz to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Zayden in 05-2007.
Can I get your full name?
Zayden Salerno, Eric Salerno.
Thank you, sir. You are here on a new case. It's for one count of robbery, a Class 4 felony, and one count of assault, Class 3 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference October 16th at 8:30, preliminary hearing October 20th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $10,000. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You may not return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with the alleged victim, complainant, or witness. All of this will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
If it's up to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Mr. Ruiz to the podium. Ms. Lane to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Luis Alonso Morguerus.
Thank you, sir. It does look like, can I get did you give me your date of birth?
7 June 2003.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new case. It is for an offense date ranging from April 19th, 2025 to May 15th, 2025. It is for 3 counts of burglary, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of taking the identity of another, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of theft of credit card, a Class 5 felony, and 4 counts of fraudulent use of a credit card, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You have a status conference October 16th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing October 20th at 8:30. You have a cash bond in the amount of $10,000. I do believe you were previously seen by this court on October 8th. This bond is in addition to that bond. In the event you do post that bond, you will be released to the supervision of pretrial services and equipped with electronic monitoring. You also have written conditions of release. You may not return to the scene of the alleged crime and no contact with any alleged victims. All of this will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Oh, no.
If it's up to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Ms. Lane to the podium. Mr. Espinoza to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Alexis Sharice Lane, 8/17/1993.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you are here on a new case for 1 count of theft means of transportation, a Class 3 felony.
Yes.
Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference October 16th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing October 20th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $10,000. In the event you post that bond, you do have written conditions of release. You may not contact any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. All of this will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
I don't have anybody to post a bond. I have 3 littles at home and I'm 15 weeks. Is there any way I can get it reduced or OR'd or anything?
So the bond will remain here today. If you don't post the bond, you'll remain in custody until at least your next hearing on October 16th. At that time, you'll meet with your attorney and you can discuss how you guys want to move forward, okay? If you'll step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Mr. Espinoza to the podium, Mr. Patterson to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Victor Espinoza, 12/17/93.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new case. It is for 1 count of aggravated domestic violence, a Class 5 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. We're going to have a status conference on October 16th at 8:30, a preliminary hearing on October 20th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You may not return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with the alleged victim. You may not possess weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All of this will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
So if I can't bond myself out, I have to stay here until the court date?
That is correct. You'll remain in custody if you don't post bond. If you post bond, you'll be released from custody, and then you'll need to ensure you get yourself to those hearings.
And then it's 5,000?
Yes, sir.
And then when's my first hearing and then my second?
Your first hearing is October 16th. Your second hearing is October 20th.
And so I would have to stay here till the 16th?
If the bond is not posted, you will remain in custody until at least that date.
That might mean I might lose my job, and how am I supposed to pay my court fees? 'Cause I just got this job to pay my court fees.
So my concern is you were currently on probation out of the city of Gilbert, and there was an order that was issued that did not allow you to go to a certain address, which you violated. It also looked like there was previously 4 separate prior domestic violence offenses pertaining to that order involving the same victim, and it was violated once again tonight. So I do have some concerns regarding the safety for the alleged victim in this case, and so you do have to post this bond in order to be released from custody.
But the thing is, last week on Saturday, they came for me for a warrant because I wasn't paying my fees. So they issued a warrant for me, and they came pick me up, and then that's all they took me was just for the warrant. They didn't even bother to take me because I wasn't supposed to be there. And then prior towards that, I had the cops called on me like maybe 2 weeks before that, and the cops came. They gave them my whole name, and again, they didn't do anything. They didn't tell me that I wasn't even supposed to be there. They looked up my name on the computer, and they just went on their day. And that's why I was confused, because they even told him nothing, like, hey, he's fine to be here and that. So that's where my confusion. Or else I would have just been at my mom's.
I mean, so you did sign, and you were aware of that order that you were not allowed to be there. So the fact that you did not get arrested a couple times when you violated that order was just luck for you. But you were arrested this time for violating that order, so you are going to have to post that bond. We do need to reprint case number 6. If you'll take a seat in the gallery, they'll bring that paperwork to you.
I'm just scared because if I don't, then I'm going to lose my job, and that's what I had found, just to get paid back on my court fees, to get back on my feet. So I'm going to have to get another warrant and stuff. So I'll just, please, Judge, is there a way I can just be released so I can keep my job and I can keep paying my fees and just stay out of trouble?
As I mentioned, you continued to violate this order multiple times. You admitted to me just now you've violated it multiple other times without getting arrested. I am not going to change the bond. Please take a seat in the gallery. They'll bring you that paperwork.
Thank you.
Mr. Patterson to the podium. Mr. Bradley to the chair. Yeah, he'll need new paperwork, number 6. Can I please get your name and date of birth?
Zachary Patterson, 4/12/01.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new charge for 1 count of criminal damage, a Class 4 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You have a status conference October 16th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing October 20th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. In the event you do post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You may not return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with the alleged victim, complainant, or witness. All of this information will be included in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Mr. Bradley to the podium, Mr. Lopez to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Larry Bradley, Your Honor, December 3rd, 74.
You are here today on a new case for 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You have a status conference October 16th at 8:30, a preliminary hearing October 20th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. Some of that includes not possessing any weapons and not possessing any drugs without a valid prescription. All of this will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
If you'll step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Mr. Lopez to the podium. Mr. Duran to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Peter Lopez, April 6, 1975.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on 2 cases. You're here on a new case as well as a warrant from the Goodyear Municipal Court. We'll go over your new charges first. It's for 1 count of possession of a weapon in a drug offense, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony, 1 count of driving with a license that was suspended, revoked, or canceled, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of failing to stop on a police command, a Class 2 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference October 16th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing October 20th at 8:30. Those are going to be in the downtown Superior Courthouse. In this case, you have a bond of $1,500. You have a second case on the calendar. It's a Goodyear municipal court warrant. It does look like it's a post-adjudication, meaning you likely failed to take some classes or pay some fines related to a DUI from 2020. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you, and you're going to have a hearing October 15th at 8:30. That hearing will be in the Goodyear Municipal Court. You have a bond of $50 in that case. In the event you post these bonds, you have written conditions of release. You may not possess weapons, you may not possess drugs without a valid prescription, and you may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, and then you'd also need to ensure you attend all of your hearings. If you fail to appear, a warrant would issue and you'd forfeit any bonds you posted. Did you have any questions, sir?
Is there a way to squash the bonds? I'm on a fixed income and.
So I do believe that you are a flight risk. The police did follow you for quite some time before you pulled over regarding this, and then once you were pulled over, you had some warrants out for your arrest, along with, as mentioned, the allegations that you had dangerous drugs and possession of a weapon, so you do have to post a bond in order to be released from custody.
Or how about the ankle monitor or something like that?
So I'm not going to order an ankle monitor today. I am going to order the bond. It is a total of $1,550. It is secured appearance, meaning you can contact a bail bonding company. A bail bonding company is typically 10% plus collateral. Okay, just step to your left. The officer will get you that paperwork. Mr. Duran to the podium, Mr. Campbell to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Rito Duran, 9377.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new case for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of burglary, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of criminal trespass, a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference October 16th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing October 20th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You may not return to the scene of the alleged crime and no contact with the alleged victim. All of this will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No,
Just up to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork.
I do, Your Honor. I'm sorry. Is there any way if I can get released, I can go to rehab? And I can go, if I can do jail, if I can do my course, like through rehab and everything as I go through rehab?
So I can't order you to rehab or allow you to appear telephonically. You'll have to ask the assigned judge who's going to hear this case. You can do that when you meet with them on October 16th if that's something that they will allow.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Just step to your left. The officer will get you that paperwork. Mr. Campbell to the podium. Mr. Flores to the chair.
Good morning, Your Honor.
May I get your name and date of birth?
Stuart Campbell, 21470.
Thank you, sir. You are here on a failure to appear bench warrant that was issued for you for a case that has pending drug charges.
I was in treatment, and when I found out, I get out of treatment, but then it was too late.
Okay, I'm going to affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you. You are going to have, I'm going to give you some new hearing dates. You're going to have a status conference October 16th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 20th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You may not possess drugs without a valid prescription. You may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, and then you'll need to ensure that you attend all of your future hearings. If you were to fail to appear, a warrant would issue again, and you'd forfeit any bonds you posted. All of this will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
I can't afford no bond, man.
So it looks like you were previously before this court 3 weeks ago in September, and at that time we did release you to the supervision of pretrial services and gave you hearings to attend. You failed to appear at those hearings, and as a result of that, this warrant issued. So because you failed to appear after being released to pretrial services, you do have to post a bond in order to be released from custody. If you can't post that bond, you'll remain in custody until your next hearing.
That's what's going to happen. I'm on the treatment, and then they told me, found out by the court that it was like a day late.
So the hearing dates were given to you at the time you were before this court in September of 2025. And as I mentioned, we released you at that time and you failed to appear. So the bond is going to remain here today. You'll have to post that bond in order to be released from custody. Otherwise, you'll stay in custody and they'll transport you for your hearings. If you'll step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork.
Bond is 500, you said?
It is, yes, sir.
Still can't afford it.
Mr. Flores to the podium, Mr. Williams to the chair. Let me get your name and date of birth.
Andres Isaias Flores, March 5th, 1991.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. It is for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. We're going to have a status conference October 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing October 29th at 8:30. I am going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. You do have written conditions of release. You may not possess any drugs without a valid prescription. You may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You're also going to get an envelope with your paperwork. You need to read those instructions and contact pretrial services once you've been released. Did you have any questions?
Yes, this is like the second time, but second time, but not for the same thing. Not for the same misdemeanor, but it's been 2 times where I've had a court change, right, and then I don't get notified, and then a warrant goes out, and so then I had that. Initially, that's what when I was approached by the officer, that's what made me aware of my warrant. So am I still dealing with that, or is this?
So it looks like your warrant was from the city of Mesa.
Yes.
You'll have to see a judge for the city of Mesa
Okay.
to find out what's going to happen there. I don't have any information on that case. You'll likely be transported or picked up by the city of Mesa to address that case.
Okay. That was like one of my other concerns.
So you haven't seen the judge for Mesa then?
No. Like I just find out about the warrant yesterday on arrest, because that's okay. Made contact with authorities, and it was okay. You have warrant. Okay, I'm like okay. But I'm not. I didn't even receive for the second time again. I didn't receive no mail. I live with my grandma. So it's like it's not.
If you haven't seen the Mesa judge yet, then they'll likely inform Mesa that you're ready to be picked up, and you'll probably be taken to Mesa for that hearing. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork.
I think.
Mr. Williams to the podium. Ms. McIntosh to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Zane Warren Williams, 11879.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a warrant from the Goodyear Municipal Court. It does look like it relates to failing to pay some fines for a DUI in 2023. Due to the nature of your charge, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel. I am going to set an arraignment hearing October 29th at 1 p.m. You do have, and that will be in Goodyear Municipal Court. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear at those hearings. You do have written conditions of release. You may not possess drugs without a valid prescription, and you may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, step to your left, the officer will
Thank
get you
you.
that paperwork. Ms. McIntosh to the podium. Mr. Cedillo to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
My name is Crystal McIntosh, 7/13/90.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you are here on a warrant from the North Mesa Justice Court for failing to pay some fines for a DUI from 2018. Due to the nature of your charges, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel. You will have an arraignment hearing October 30th at 1 p.m. in the North Mesa Justice Court. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear at that hearing. You do have written conditions of release. Some of those things include not possessing drugs without a valid prescription and not driving a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
I do. If I pay that fine off before the court date, do I still have a court date?
That will be up to the North Mesa Justice Court.
Okay.
I did put their phone number in the paperwork. You can always call them and see if you resolve that before the hearing date.
I do have it. I've just been pushing my responsibilities, divvying them up, I guess, instead of taking care of them all as I should. So
Depending on what you owe, they may allow you to go back on a payment plan. You
it's
just need to
literally
get
only like
permission.
$300, so I'll just probably take care of that.
Okay,
just
just
so
make
I
sure
can
you
avoid
get
this
permission
again.
from them, stating that the hearing, that you don't have to go. They're the ones that'll be in control of that. Again, contact them. If you pay it off, they may allow you to avoid that hearing, but just get that permission for them before you skip it,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Mr. Cedillo to the podium, Mr. Borbin to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Jose Cedillo, March 28, 1992.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new case. It is for one count of taking contraband into a correctional facility, a Class 2 felony, and one count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony. For purposes of today's hearing, I'm not finding probable cause for the dangerous drug possession. I am finding probable cause for taking contraband into a correctional facility. It does look like the tested substance came back as a narcotic drug, so they will likely correct the charge to the narcotic drug possession and move forward with that. You're going to have an attorney appointed to represent you, and you'll have a status conference October 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing October 29th at 8:30. I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear. You do have written conditions of release. You may not possess drugs without a valid prescription. You may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. And then you'll need to make sure you attend all of your hearings. If you fail to appear at any of them, a warrant will issue, and then you'll be held on bond at the next hearing. Do you have any questions?
No.
Go step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Mr. Borbin to the podium. Ms. Spear to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Eric Barbon, 12/28/1995.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a warrant from the San Luis Justice Court. It does relate to an offense of driving with a license that was suspended, revoked, or canceled. I don't have the date of that offense, but as a result of that, a warrant was issued for your arrest. I'm going to set an arraignment hearing on October 15th at 8:30 in the morning. That is going to take place in the San Luis Justice Court, which is out of county. And based on the nature of your charges, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance. Can you promise to appear at this hearing in the San Luis Justice Court on October 15th?
Yes, do you have more information, like if it's gonna be like, you said the 15th? So,
So today is the 11th.
okay,
So
so,
today we're on a Saturday, so it will be this upcoming Wednesday. And it will take place in San Luis, Arizona. The address will be on your paperwork. But again, it is out of county, and it's coming up pretty quickly, but you'll need to attend that, otherwise they'll issue another warrant.
yeah. While I was, locked up this, like, day, I already paid the ticket, but I'm pretty sure I still have to call them when I get out, and just make sure, but I think I might still have
Did
to.
you pay the $900 bond?
No, I think they only charged me like 300 and something. That's the only amount that, because, they called and, asked them how much I needed to pay. And that's how much they said at the time.
Okay, because it listed as a pre-adjudication, meaning typically you haven't been found guilty of this offense yet, so there shouldn't be a fine attached to it, and the bond attached to their warrant is $900. So I'm not sure if this is a different offense than the fine that you paid, but I don't have that information, so you'll have to go to that hearing to get all of that from the court.
Okay.
Okay.
You said I'm being released today?
Yeah, I'm going to release you if you promise to appear at that hearing.
Okay.
Okay? Can you make it to that hearing on October 15th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you do have written conditions of release. Some of those things are going to include not possessing drugs without a valid prescription and not driving a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Any questions?
No.
Okay, step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork.
Thank you.
Ms. Spear to the podium. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Shalina Spear, April 14th, 1978.
You are here today on a probation violation warrant that was issued with allegations you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I'm appointing an attorney and setting a probation revocation hearing October 17th at 8:30. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance, subject to the supervision of the Adult Probation Department. That is your promise to appear. You will also need to ensure that when you are released from custody that you contact your probation officer within 72 hours. That will all be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you
Take a step to your
so
left. The
much.
officer will get you that paperwork. Thank you, ma'am. The remaining case will proceed as a house call due to being unable to function. Case number 7, Robert McCloskey, date of birth November 28th, 1987. I'm actually going to wait for the courtroom to be clear before I finish this one. Yes. Thank you. All right, I'm going to continue the hearing for Mr. McCloskey. He is here for 1 count of assault, a Class 1 misdemeanor, 5 counts of disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor, 1 count of obstruction or refusal to provide a true name, a Class 2 misdemeanor, 1 count of assault, a Class 3 misdemeanor, 1 count of aggravated assault on a minor, a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of child abuse, a Class 5 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent him. He will have a status conference October 16th at 8:30, a preliminary hearing October 20th at 8:30. He has a secured appearance bond in the amount of $15,000. In the event he posts that bond, he'll be released to the supervision of pretrial services for alcohol testing and monitoring. He will also have written conditions of release to include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. All of this will be in his paperwork. If anything changes after I meet with him, I will update the written record. This does conclude our 5 a.m. calendar, and we will now stand in recess until 8 a.m.
Okay.
You let us know we're ready. Yeah.
Please hold it in 1248. All rise.
Good morning, everyone. Please be seated. No, this didn't. Did that not say? Okay, so for number 9, I don't know why I did something and it didn't save. So.
Is this a bond amount? Has it updated or not?
No, the bond amount was fine. I found no PC on. You know, I may have to edit. Because I didn't find PC on some of the counts.
Oh, yeah, 4 of them?
Right.
Yeah, it shows up on my end. It could just be because of the computer.
Okay.
That looks like it's been updated. Yeah, I can show you it. It should my end.
Okay. No, so I'm just gonna save.
So it could just be like, it shows no.
Okay. So is it the same for number 14 as well?
14, yeah, because the girl said that it's updated on there.
Because 4 out of the 5 is or no PC?
Yes, for the PC.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so I don't have to do it here
No,
again?
it's just your computer being slow.
It's just my computer. All right. Of course.
I mean, you can X out or try to like reload it if you want.
Okay. Should I, what? All right, there are not that many. I can, but as long as you're showing it on your end, that's good. Okay, all right, let's get started. This is the 8 a.m. calendar, initial appearance calendar for October 11th, 2025. The court orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. If I can have Cameron Brown Kilgore come to the podium, please, and if I could have Delachi McGill take the seat next to the door, please. Good morning, sir. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Cameron Brown Kilgore, June 26, 2003.
Thank you very much. Sir, you are here on new allegations, new offenses. It is alleged that you have committed 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony, 1 count of possession of a weapon during the commission of a drug offense, that's a Class 4 felony, 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited possessor, that's also a Class 4 felony, 1 count of theft, that's a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of tampering with physical evidence, that's also a Class 6 felony. That's 5 counts altogether. After having reviewed the information given to me in the Form 4, I did not find probable cause as to 4 out of the 5 counts. The only thing I found probable cause at this time was for the prohibited possessor violation, and or allegation, that's a Class 4 felony. As to the possession of dangerous drugs for sale, no PC. As to the possession of a weapon during a drug offense, well, no PC either. The theft and the tampering, no PC. So that doesn't mean those charges are dismissed. That just means right now I didn't have enough information to find probable cause. But I did find probable cause on that 1 remaining count. As such, I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference on October 16th at 8:30 a.m., followed by a preliminary hearing a preliminary hearing on October 20th at 8:30 a.m., both in the downtown Superior Court. Now, when you get to those court dates, your first court date on October 16th, they will reevaluate those 4 other charges that I found no PC for. They may dismiss them, they may move forward, they may have newer evidence that they may move forward with them. So again, it's not dismissed, it's just, it'll be handled down the road at your next court date. As to your release conditions, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000 for this offense, $5,000 secured appearance bond. Should you be able to post that bond, there are additional release conditions that apply. Not going back to the scene of the crime, not having any contact with the arresting officers, and you are not to have any contact with your co-defendant either. The fact that you're on probation also means that if you are able to post a bond, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Hold on 1 second. Are you showing everything? Not to return to the scene of the crime because it's not showing.
Number 7.
On number 9.
No, it's not sure.
Okay, I'm gonna update that as well. So we're going to reprint your release orders for this matter to include not to return to the scene of the crime or the alleged crime. You are here on two matters. That was your first one. Your second one is a probation violation matter. It is for a Class 6 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you there as well. Your next court date on your probation matter is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing on October 17th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. It is alleged that you have committed violated term one of your probation. Term one on everybody's probation, not just yours, is that you are not permitted to commit new offenses while on probation. As to this matter, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,500. There are additional release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them, but one of the ones that should stick out in your mind is the fact that if you do post a bond, you are to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, you have the updated paperwork?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. If I could have you step to your left. And if I could have Ms. McGill come to the podium, please. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Delisha Aisha Faye McGill,
And your date of birth?
07/28/92.
Thank you very much. Ma'am, you're also here on two matters. The first is a new offense stemming from the Maricopa County Superior Court. For this new offense, it is alleged that you have committed one count of possession of dangerous drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony. And that should be a Class 2. That should be, it reads as F1, but it should be a Class 2 felony. One count of possession of a firearm by a prohibited possessor, one count of possession of a firearm in the commission of a drug offense. Both of those are Class 4 felonies, one count of theft and one count of tampering. Both of those are Class 6 felonies. On your matter as well, I have found no probable cause as to 4 out of the 5 offenses. That means the only offense that I found probable cause for is the prohibited possession of a firearm by a prohibited person. The fact that you are on probation for an offense, felony probation for an offense, you do not have the gun rights or the right to possess a firearm. Or ammunition. So it's not just a weapon, it's ammunition or being in the vicinity of a weapon or ammunition that could trigger a possession by a prohibited possessor. So on all the other counts, I didn't find probable cause. Again, that doesn't mean those counts are dismissed. They're going to be reevaluated, and they could either be dismissed at your next court date, or they could be new information can arise, and then they can proceed with those counts as well. So I can't hold you on those counts. The only offense that I found is, again, the Class 4 prohibited possessor allegation. 1 second, and that's what you're showing too, right? Okay. As to that count, I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference on October 16th, followed by a preliminary hearing on October 20th, both at 8:30 a.m., both in the downtown Superior Court. As to your release conditions on this matter, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. $2,500 secured appearance bond. If you are able to post that bond, there are additional release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them with you. I'm just going to go over a few. One, that you not return to the scene of the alleged crime, and that you contact your probation officer within 72 hours. The rest of your release conditions are going to be provided to you in the paperwork you're about to receive. As to your second matter, excuse me, number 16 on the calendar, it is a probation violation matter for your Class 6 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you there as well. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing on October 17th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. As to your release conditions on that matter, the court has imposed a placeholder bond, what's called a placeholder bond, in the amount of $50. So that just makes sure that you are, that if you don't post bond on your other matter, on your new matter, that will at least guarantee the fact that you will be transported for your probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing on your probation matter. So at least that'll get you to the courtroom. There are additional release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them with you, but one you contact your probation officer within 72 hours if you do post your bond in the other matter, and in this matter as well, the $50. Okay, you're going to get a copy of all my release conditions, all my orders here in the paperwork here shortly. If I can have you step to your left. Yeah, good. Everything. Okay. If I could have Mr. Basaja come to the podium, please. And if I can have Kenneth Lowry take the seat next to the door. Sir, I apologize if I mispronounced your last name. Could you give me your full name and date of birth, please?
My first name is Magedo. My last name is Biabasaija. My date of birth, January 1st, 1992.
Thank you very much. I was close. Closer than I thought. Okay, so you're here on a new matter. It is alleged that you have committed one count of aggravated domestic violence. That's a Class 5 felony. 2 counts of assault as Class 1 misdemeanors, and 3 counts of disorderly conduct as Class 1 misdemeanors as well. I did find probable cause to exist as to all of those counts. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference on October 16th, followed by a preliminary hearing on October 20th, both at 8:30 in the morning, both in the downtown Superior Court. As to your release conditions, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. Now, should you be able to post that bond, there are additional release conditions that apply. Before you are going to be released from custody, you are to be equipped with an electronic monitoring device, also known as an ankle bracelet. That is before you are released. I have ordered that. You are not to return to the scene of the crime. You are not to have any contact with the alleged victim or victims in this matter. In addition, you must find an alternative residence to live. You cannot go back to the home that you were living in, since it is also occupied by some of the alleged victims in this matter. To that end, given the fact that the scene of the crime may also be your residence, I have issued one civil standby order. And what that means is that you are to contact your local law enforcement authority, make an appointment to meet them at your residence so you can collect your personal property I think they give you a little bit of time to collect your personal property, and then so that you can move or go to an alternative residence, so you would be in good standing with the court's order. Otherwise, if you do not follow the court's orders, you could be back here again. So with that, there are some additional release conditions. Again, I'm not going to go over all of them. You're going to get a copy of all of my orders here momentarily. If I can have you step to your left. Thank you. Kenneth Lowry, and if I can have Antonia Dosala come to the chair next to the door, please. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Kenneth Ray Lowry, 10-1490.
Thank you. You are here on four different matters. The first one is a probation violation warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court. It is alleged that you have violated your probation terms, specifically terms 3, 4, 5, 7, and 15. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing on October 17th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. As to your release conditions on this matter, number 10 on the calendar, I have affirmed the bond previously set by another judicial officer, $1,500, and that is going to be a secured appearance bond. There are additional release conditions that you must abide by, among which, if you are able to post this bond on this matter and the other matters I'm about to go over, you are to report to your probation officer within 72 hours. As to your second matter, number 11 on the calendar, that's also a probation violation warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing on October 17th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. It is alleged that you have violated terms 3, 4, 5, 7, and 15 of your probation. In this matter, your bond is affirmed. That is, I am affirming another judicial officer's bond setting in this matter of a $1,500 secured appearance bond. As to number 12 on the calendar, your third matter, that's also a probation violation warrant from the Superior Court. I have appointed an attorney to represent you there as well. Your next court date is also October 17th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court for a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing. Again, it is alleged that you have violated terms 3, 4, 5, 7, and 15 of your probation. In this case, I am affirming the previously set bond in the amount of $1,000. Again, additional release conditions apply, of which include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours upon your release. And finally, number 13, your fourth matter, number 13 on the calendar, that is a new case for one count of resisting arrest. That's a Class 1 misdemeanor, and one count of failure to obey a police officer. That is a Class 2 misdemeanor. For that offense, for these offenses or allegations, I have found probable cause to exist. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is October 15th at 8:30 a.m. in the Country Meadows Justice Court. That is going to be a arraignment hearing on these new charges. Country Meadows Justice Court. If you are, you're going to get a copy of, when you get a copy of your paperwork, it'll have the address of that justice court there for you as well. As your release conditions on this matter, I have placed what is known as I put together what is known as a placeholder bond in the amount of $50. $50 placeholder bond, that just ensures the fact that you get transported to Country Meadows Justice Court should you not be able to post bond on the other matters as well. Again, contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. The rest of your release conditions will be provided to you in writing here momentarily. Thank you very much. If I could have you step to your left. Antonio Dosella, please come to the podium. And if I can have Arnold. Okay, I'm just going to spell it. Lomayaktewa. Come to the chair next to the door, please. Good morning. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Antonia Dosala, 9/11/90.
Thank you very much. You are here on a probation violation warrant stemming from the Maricopa County Superior Court for a Class 6 probation matter. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing on October 17th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. It is alleged that you have violated terms 3, 4, and 5 of your probation. As to your release conditions, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. $250 secured appearance bond. Should you be able to post that bond, there are additional release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them, but of which one of them includes the fact that you report to your probation officer within 72 hours. I'm going to have to reprint that. Sorry. It had a... and you're going to get a copy of your paperwork here momentarily. If I can have you step to your left.
Okay.
If I can have, yes, come on up. Thank you very much. Sorry for not pronouncing your last name.
Sorry.
Could I have you give me your full name and date of birth here?
Arnold Lamaritua, Junior, 12/28/04.
Okay. And it is junior? You have
I'm
a junior? Okay. All right. I'm going to let the record reflect that the defendant's name has been amended on record here on ISIS to include the suffix of junior. So you are here on a out-of-county warrant from,
Over.
I think it's Navajo, Navajo County.
Yeah, I took
Superior Court.
Yeah. I took care of that when I was like when I was a juvenile. They had me locked up till like when I was turned 17, 16.
You know, I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at the warrant specifically, and it was issued January of this year, and if there was an issue, I mean, again, it was just January of this year that was issued, so it's not an excessively old warrant.
Yeah.
So there must still be an issue with it. As far as I can tell, it's still an active warrant, and I don't see anything. I'm not able to look at anything in the system about any other motions or any other case history that applies. So I'm looking at it as still an active warrant. To that end, I'm sure there's going to be an attorney. I'm ordering that an attorney be appointed at your next hearing, although I can't enforce that since it's in another county, but at least just in the paperwork, everyone has a right to be represented by counsel here and for felony matters. Your next court date is an arraignment hearing on October 15th at 8:30 a.m. That's going to be in the Navajo County Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond amount that was set by that court in the amount of $500 secured appearance bond as affirmed. There are some additional release conditions that apply should you be able to post that bond. I'm not going to go over all of them with you. You're going to get a copy of everything, all my orders here in your paperwork momentarily. If I could have you step to your left.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. If I can have Ms. Trujillo come to the podium, please, and if I can have Jose Pinulas come to the chair next to the door, please. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Judge. How are you today?
I'm doing
Looking good.
I'm doing all right.
I mean, Judge, I've been doing really good. I actually have a job.
Give me before we get on that. Let's set the record here on who's who. Could you give me your full name and
Jodelle A. Trujillo, 11682.
Did you say 11?
11682.
Okay. All right. So let's go over what's going on with this matter. It is a new matter from the Maricopa County Superior Court. It is alleged that you have committed 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs, that's a Class 4 felony, 1 count of drug paraphernalia, that's a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of criminal trespass is a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did not find probable cause as to the paraphernalia charge, so I can't hold you on that charge. I did find probable cause as to the possession of narcotics and the criminal trespass. As such, I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference on October 27th, followed by a preliminary hearing on October 29th, both at 8:30 in the morning, both in the downtown Superior Court. Now, as to your release conditions, let's talk about those. After review of what was provided to me in the Form 4, I find that as long as, and given your criminal history or lack thereof, as long as you promise me that you are going to appear at your next court date on October 27th, you're going to get paperwork for everything, October 27th, then I'm going to release you on your own recognizance.
Thank you, Judge. I will return to the court, definitely.
Okay, thank you very much. There are additional release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them with you, but they're going to be included in the paperwork you're about to receive.
Okay.
Good luck to you, and please come to your line. Jose Pinuelas, please. And if I can have Justin Jorgenes come to the chair next to the door.
Hey, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
My name is Jose Alberto Pinuelas.
And your date of birth?
December 2nd, 1988.
Okay. Sir, you are here on a new matter stemming from the Maricopa County Superior Court. It is alleged that you have committed 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs, Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. As to both of those counts, I have not found probable cause to exist, that you committed those offenses. Therefore, I cannot hold you. So that doesn't mean your case is dismissed. You are going to get a new court date, and you have to show up for that new court date. How they proceed at that new court date is entirely up to the county attorney's office, to the court at your next, to the judicial officer at your next court date. So to that end, I am appointing an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference on October 27th, followed by a preliminary hearing on October 29th, both at 8:30 in the morning, both in the downtown Superior Court. It is important that you show up on October 27th. Again, no probable cause was found, so I have no way to hold you on these offenses. You're going to get a copy of all your paperwork here momentarily. Just make sure you show up to the next court date.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. If I can have you step to your left. And Justin Jorgens, if I can have you come to the... Did I mispronounce your name?
Yeah.
All right, I apologize about that. I'm not doing really well with names this morning. Could I have you give me your full name and date of birth?
Yeah, Justin Michael Gergens, December 29th, 1990.
Gergens. Okay, thank you very much. I think I was better the first time. All right, anyway. So you're here on a municipal court warrant from the Goodyear Municipal Court for 1 count of reckless driving. That's a Class 2 misdemeanor. Typically for these kind of offenses, not just you, no one is entitled to court-appointed attorneys because of the nature of the charge. So I'm not going to be appointing an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is an arraignment hearing on October 29th at 1 p.m. That's going to be in the Goodyear Municipal Court. You're going to get the address to that in the paperwork you're about to receive. So I had to pause when I was looking at your case. You're here on a failure to pay warrant. I mean, the case had moved along a ways, and they're alleging that you failed to make a payment.
Can I say something on that?
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Generally, these are issues that could be easily and quickly resolved by contacting the court, getting back on a payment plan. They accept payment. It's my understanding that they accept payment plans that are really low monthly payments. I mean, if you offer them $25 a month, I mean, it's not low for everybody, but you know what I mean? They'll accept it, and you'll get back on track, and they'll quash, and everything will be fine. To that end, I'm speaking over you, but give me a minute because I think what I'm about to say you're going to like, so don't try to talk me out of it. I am going to be releasing you on your own recognizance here today.
Thank you.
I'm not going to hold you on this failure to pay, but you just contact them as soon as you're released. You don't have to wait until October 29th. You can contact them ahead of time, set a payment plan, and then they may just even vacate the 29th, because all they're going to do on the 29th is address your payment issues. So, to that end, I'm going to, again, if I didn't make it clear, I'm going to be releasing you on your own recognizance. There are some additional release conditions that apply, a copy of which you're going to get here momentarily. Do you still wish to address the court?
Yeah, I was just going to say getting out of prison, I was not making the wisest choices. About that time when I got pulled over, I kept going downhill. And then I went into treatment, and then went into New Freedom, and then I got out of there. I graduated all those places. I've gotten a job, and I'm slowly taking care of all my bills. I've taken care of all my warrants. I'll have a year clean off of everything December 4th. I'm trying to put my life back together. Like, I'm really trying.
Congratulations. Well, I applaud your offer, and that just reinforces the decision that I made to release you on your own recognizance here today. I think it's an easy fix with Goodyear Municipal Court.
I can get on payment plans. I can do it.
Very nice. The address of that court is going to be in the paperwork you're about to receive. If I could have you step to your left. And again, congratulations on your sobriety.
Thank you, Judge.
Amanda Foster, please come to the podium, and if I can have Mr. Allen come to the chair next to the door. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Yes, Amanda Latrice Foster, April the 30th, 1987.
All right, ma'am, you are here, thank you. You are here on a new matter stemming from the Peoria Municipal Court. It is alleged that you have committed 1 count of disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of criminal damage, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I have found probable cause to exist as to both counts. I'm going to have to reprint this. I apologize. Okay, I have, so if I haven't already said it, I have found probable cause to exist as to both counts. Due to the nature of the offense, not just you, no defendant is entitled to court-appointed counsel. However, you can hire a private attorney at your own expense. Your next court date is an arraignment hearing on October 28th at 9 a.m. in the Peoria Municipal Court. As to your release conditions here today, I am going to be releasing you on your own recognizance. However, there are some additional release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them, but I am going to go over some of them because they're very important, and it's important that you obey the court's orders regarding your release. You can't return to the scene of the crime. You cannot have any contact with the alleged victim in this matter. And as not being able to return to the scene of the crime, I realized that scene of the alleged crime, rather, it may be your residence.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, so if it is your residence, you
I have family members
okay.
out here, so
All
I can
right.
go to their
So
house.
find an alternative residence.
Yes,
And the court has also issued one civil standby order. What that means is that if you may have some personal items
yes.
at the scene of the alleged crime.
Yes.
You are to contact, I think it's Peoria Police Department. Contact them, schedule an appointment for them to meet you at your previous residence.
Okay.
So you can collect some of your personal items,
Okay.
and then when you go to your alternative address, you can readdress your release conditions with the court, another judicial officer at your next court date.
Okay.
All right, a copy of all of your release conditions is going to be handed to you here momentarily. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And finally, Mr. Allen. Sir, could you give me your full name and date of birth?
D'Angelo Elijah Juan Rodney Allen,
And your date of birth?
August 24th, 2000.
Thank you very much. Sir, you are here on a new matter. It is a municipal court matter stemming from the Peoria Municipal Court. It is alleged that you have committed one count of assault, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and one count of disorderly conduct, also as a Class 1 misdemeanor. They are domestic violence-related offenses. I have found probable cause to exist as to both counts. Now, not just you, but no one is entitled to the appointment of counsel due to the nature of the offenses. However, you can hire a private attorney at your own expense. Your next court date is an arraignment hearing on October 28th at 9 a.m. in the Peoria Municipal Court. As to your release conditions, I'm also going to be releasing you on your own recognizance as long as you promise to appear at your next court date. There are some additional release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them. I'm going to go over some of them. Due to the nature of the offense, you're not allowed to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're also not to have any contact with the alleged victims in this matter. You're also to find an alternative residence if the scene of the alleged crime is your primary residence. To that end, I am also issuing one civil standby order, and what that means is you are to contact Peoria. If this matter happened in Peoria, the city of Peoria, you're to contact Peoria PD or maybe the Maricopa County Sheriff's Department and schedule an appointment to meet them at your now current residence, so you collect your personal belongings and move them and take them to your alternative residence. All right, did you wish to address the court? It seems like you had. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. If I can have you step to your left. Does this conclude the calendar? I think so. I believe there are no house calls, and so as such, we are adjourned on this morning's calendar. All right. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 11 o'clock calendar, initial appearance calendar for October 11th, 2025, the court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Well, I'm aware that there's an interpreter matter first, so there's an interpreter matter, so I'm going to take that first. Jorge Ochoa, if I can have Jorge Ochoa come to the podium.
It's actually going to be number one, Mr. Altamirano.
Oh, I'm sorry. So there are two matters?
There's three.
There's three? Okay. Let's start with Mr. Choi, I apologize. If you could just have a seat right there next to the door, and then if we can call if we can call Jesus Altamirano.
Si puede, por favor, primero pasar Jorge Ochoa, después será Jesús Altamirano.
All right. And there's no notice of it. There's no, the AG's not. No. Okay. All right, sir. Good morning. Could I have you give me your full name and date of birth, please?
Jesús Adrián Orozco Altamirano, 29 de diciembre del 2002.
Jesús Adrian Orozco Altamirano, December 29, 2002. Jose Garcia, court interpreter with CITS. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning as well. I was going to have you announce next, so you beat me to it. Thank you very much. All right. Sir, you are here on a new matter stemming from the Maricopa County Superior Court. It is alleged that you have committed 2 counts of narcotic drugs, possession of narcotic drugs for sale. Both of those are Class 2 felonies. 2 counts allegedly committed of transporting narcotic drugs for the purpose of sale, both Class 2 felonies. And 2 counts of illegally conducting an illegal enterprise, both Class 3 felonies. I have reviewed the Form 4 submitted to the court in relation to this matter. And I have determined that probable cause does exist as to all of your counts. I am going to be appointing an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference on October 16th, followed by a preliminary hearing on October 20th. Both dates are at 8:30 in the morning, and both dates are in the downtown Superior Court. As to your release conditions, the court has taken numerous factors into consideration, and the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100,000. There are other release conditions that will apply to you if you are able to post that bond. I'm going to go over them with you right now. You are not to initiate any contact with the arresting officers. You are not to possess any weapons. You are not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. You are not to possess or consume any alcohol. You are not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. And should you be able to post bonds, you must continue to provide court with proof of your local address. You are going to get a copy of all of the court's orders in writing, handed to you momentarily. If I could have you step to your left, please. Thank you. Next on the calendar is number 14, Jorge Ochoa.
A continuación es la causa número 14 de Jorge Ochoa.
And if I can have Jose Tinalco come to the chair next to the door, please.
Después pasará José Tinoco. Si puede pasar a la silla, por favor, señor.
Good morning, sir. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
August 30, 98. Jorge Adán Esparza Ochoa.
Es Jorge Adán. It's Jorge Adán Esparza Ochoa. It's 8/30/98.
Okay. I'm going to request that you reply in Spanish, so then the English translation could be provided to the court through the interpreter. I do this because even though you may understand a few English terms or some English, I just want to make sure that everything, that you understand everything that's going on. That's why we're using the interpreter. All right, sir, you are here on a new matter stemming from the Surprise Municipal Court. It is for allegedly one count of disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and one count of assault, also a Class 1 misdemeanor. Your next court date is an arraignment hearing on October 21st at 1:30 p.m.
Your Honor, may the interpreter request a repetition on the date?
Sure. October 21st at 1:30 p.m. I'm sorry. Did I say 21st or 31st? 21st. Okay. I have found probable cause to exist as to both of your allegations. You are not typically, anyone with these types of charges is not entitled to court-appointed counsel. However, you can hire a private attorney to represent you on this matter. Although you are not entitled to court-appointed counsel, I am ordering that an attorney be appointed at your next hearing to address your release conditions. As such, your release conditions are a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. Should you be able to post that bond, there are additional release conditions which apply. I'm going to go over some of them with you. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You are not to have any contact with the alleged victim or victims in this matter. And given the fact that the scene of the alleged crime may be your home address, you must find an alternative residence and provide court with proof of that residence. Again, given that your residence may be the scene of the alleged crime, this court has also issued one civil standby order. What that is that you have the ability to contact your local law enforcement in your city and schedule with them a time to meet you at your residence so you could take out your personal belongings and move them to your alternative residence. A copy of all the court's orders will be handed to you here momentarily. If I could have you step to your left. Thank you. If I can have Jose Tacano come to the podium, please.
Gracias. Y si ahora puede, por favor, pasar José Tinoco al podio, por favor.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es José Ramón Quiñones Tinoco, fecha de nacimiento es abril 5 de 1980.
Good afternoon. My name is José Ramón Quiñones Tinoco. My date of birth is April 5th of 1980.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, you are here on a new matter stemming from the Buckeye Municipal Court. They are for the alleged offense of criminal damage and disorderly conduct. Both of those matters are Class 1 misdemeanors. I have found probable cause to exist as to both counts. Typically, for these type of offenses, a defendant is not entitled to court-appointed counsel. However, you can hire one at your own personal expense. If I have not already done so, I have found probable cause to exist on both counts. Your next court date is an arraignment hearing on October 28th at 2 p.m. That's going to be in the Buckeye Municipal Court. As to release conditions in your matter, I am going to be releasing you on your own recognizance today. However, there are some release conditions that apply. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You are not to have any contact with the alleged victim or victims. And you must find an alternative residence to live. Given the fact that the scene of the alleged crime may be your residence, this court has also issued one civil standby order What that means is that you are to contact Buckeye Police Department and schedule with them a time to meet you at your residence so you can take out a few of your personal belongings. A copy of all the court's orders are going to be given to you here momentarily in writing. If I can have you step to your left, please. Thank you. Okay, if I can have the interpreter please announce whether or not there are any other Spanish-speaking folks that need the help of an interpreter.
Absolutely, Your Honor. ¿Existe alguien más presente esta mañana que necesite los servicios de la interpretación al idioma español? Si puede, por favor, levantar su mano.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The officer has indicated that no one has come forward or risen their hand. So with that, I thank the interpreter for his time.
Absolutely, Your Honor. The interpreter will be on standby if anything changes, whether in this court or juvenile court. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Next matter, Oscar Alvarado. If I can have Oscar Alvarado come to the podium, please. And if I can have Dustin Bry come to the chair next to the door. Good morning, sir. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Oscar Alvarado, October 29, 2000.
Thank you very much. Mr. Alvarado, you are here on a new matter. It is one count of It is 2 counts of aggravated DUI, both Class 4 felonies, and 1 count of DUI, a Class 1 misdemeanor. As to all counts, the court has found probable cause to exist. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference on October 16th, followed by a preliminary hearing on October 20th, along with an evidentiary hearing on that same date, October 20th. The status conference and the preliminary hearing are at 8:30 in the morning. The evidentiary hearing is at 1:30 in the morning. All matters are going to be taking place in the downtown Superior Court. As to your release conditions, the court has determined that you are also on felony release for another matter while this new matter was committed. As such, anyone, not just you, anyone who's on felony release at the time of the offense of a new matter is not entitled to bond. Given all that, the court will find you non-bondable at this point. You will have a chance to readdress the non-bondable issue at your evidentiary hearing on October 20th. You're going to get a copy of my orders along with all your paperwork here momentarily. If you could step to your left, please. Thank you. Justin Bry, please, to the podium. And if I can have Alexander Jackson come to the chair next to the door.
All right.
Wait.
Special?
Wait, did we just?
Yes, ma'am. Ah, shit! I'm sorry.
Nope, you're good.
We just did Oscar Alvarado. He is a non-bond.
Can you see the judge okay?
Yes, ma'am. Hi.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Justin Cordell Bry, 11/9/88.
Thank you very much. Sir, you are here on a new matter stemming from the Maricopa County Superior Court. It involves one count of aggravated assault on a law enforcement or first responder. That's a Class 5 felony. One count of resisting arrest. That's a Class 6 felony. And one count of threatening and intimidating. That's a Class 1 misdemeanor.
What? I'm sorry. The police beat me up.
Let me get through it.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
then
sir.
we'll
Yes, sir.
if you want to address the court, you can.
Yes.
The court has found probable cause to exist as to all counts. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference on October 16th, followed by a preliminary hearing on October 20th, both at 8:30 in the morning, both in the downtown Superior Court. As to your release conditions in this matter, the court has taken into account the Form 4 submitted, as well as your prior felony convictions. The court notes that there is at least 4 prior felony convictions, and some of your priors involve assault-related matters.
Years, and I beat it in trial. I won that in trial.
As such,
Yes,
the
sir.
court is imposing a secured appearance bond.
What?
Secured appearance bond means in the amount of $10,000. Secured appearance bond means it's not a cash bond where you would have to come up with the entirety up front. Secured appearance bond is typically where you put a percentage down and then the rest in collateral. Now, one of the officers, when you go back there, will provide you with a list of bond companies. It's my understanding that they accept collect calls. So you can feel free to call one of those or all of those bond companies and see if they can work with you to, arrange some sort of release.
But I'm not from here, and I know they're not gonna let me. You know what I mean? They're not gonna. Yeah, man, I didn't do nothing wrong, sir. I called the police for my girl. She broke her elbow, and the firefighter came to me like I was. I'm not trying to put my case on the thing. My table here, the police grabbed the knife way on the table and threw it.
And so,
I was grabbed, like trying to.
I have to let you know that because I have appointed an attorney to represent
Yeah, I know,
you.
yes,
But
sir.
here's the thing: the more that talking about your case, anything that you say could be used against you later. If it's said through your attorney, that's a different instance. So,
broke my leg.
Your next court date is in about 5 days. You'll meet with your attorney then, and then your attorney could possibly readdress release conditions with the next judicial officer at your next court date in a different courtroom. All right? If you make bond, if you're able to do that for some reason, there are additional release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them with you. You're going to get a copy of everything here in the paperwork you're going to receive momentarily.
How can I apply for that ROR thing so that way I can go get myself checked out, man. I'm sorry, not calling you, man, but
You can address any health issues with the officers, and they
doing it to me.
And they can, determine or direct you to medical from there. All right, if I can have you.
Just push me in a wheelchair. Just push me, man. Not him, the other dude. Yeah, man. I God, I ain't do nothing wrong this time. Not this time, Judge. Not this time. Yes, sir.
Off the leg, turn you to your right, as fast as I can. Take one more hand.
Okay. Yeah. The rationale behind that. Okay. If I can have Alexander Jackson come to the podium, and if I can have Terrence Williams come to the chair next to the door, please. Good morning, sir. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Alexander Eric Jackson, 6/23/1988.
Thank you very much. Sir, you are here on a new matter. It is 2 counts of criminal damage. It is alleged that you committed 2 counts of criminal damage, both felonies, 1 count of aggravated assault, a felony, and 1 count of, and another count of criminal damage. The court has determined that probable cause exists as to all counts. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference on October 16th, followed by a preliminary hearing on October 20th, both at 8:30 in the morning, both in the downtown Superior Court. Now, as to your release conditions, I have received information that there may be an open case. However, upon review of that information, and upon information from the Maricopa County Attorney's Office, I understand that possibly open case was a pending file or a pending felony, and it was furthered. As far as the court is concerned, because it was furthered, it's not a pending matter or an open felony. With that said, I believe this court believes that you are entitled to bond. As such, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. $5,000 secured appearance bond. Should you be able to meet that bond or post that bond, there are some additional conditions of release that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them with you, but you're going to receive a copy of everything in the paperwork here shortly. Okay. Thank you very much. If I can have you step to your left. All right, if I could have Terrence Williams come to the podium, and if I can have Melissa Flores come to the chair next to the door, please. Good. Right in front there? Yeah, you're good. Hey, give me your full name and date of birth, please.
Terrence Michael Williams.
And your date of birth?
June 24th.
What year were you born in?
89.
Okay, thank you very much. So you're here on a brand new case out of the Maricopa County Superior Court. Let me get through it, and then you can address the court.
Okay.
So it is for 1 count of criminal damage, a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of assault, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause to exist as to both counts. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference on October 16th, followed by a preliminary hearing on October 20th, both at 8:30 in the morning, both in the downtown Superior Court. As to your release conditions, the court has reviewed the Form 4 submitted, and as well as the state's recommendation. The court has determined that a secured appearance bond is appropriate in your case in the amount of $2,500. $2,500 secured appearance bond. Now, should you be able to post that bond, there are some additional release conditions which will apply, including that you be equipped with an electronic monitoring device on your person, more commonly referred to as an ankle bracelet. So that is to be installed prior to your release.
Wait, what's going on?
You're also not allowed to return back to the scene, to the scene of the alleged crime.
Yeah, but
or have any contact with the victim.
This is pre-trial, right?
This is pre-trial. I mean, this is your initial appearance before the court.
Yeah.
Your next court date, which is somewhat of a pre-trial.
So I gotta wear an ankle monitor
if you're able
pre-trial?
If you're able to post bond, then you gotta.
Okay.
So you can't go back to the alleged scene of the crime or have any contact with the alleged victims.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have to, I have to change this. I have to change this up a little bit. I got to edit it. You are also, you must also find an alternative, hold on. You also have to find an alternative place to live because the scene of the crime may be your residence.
That's not where I live.
Okay. If it's not where you live.
I didn't even do any damages. Some Mexican dude did it, and I was trying to stop him. And then I was trying to talk to the people at the house, and the police came, and I got arrested.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
If it is your residence, then
It's not my residence.
I'm also and so you may not need it, but I'm also giving you one civil standby order just in case.
Okay,
so,
but what I'm trying to say is I didn't do the crime at all. So only crime I did was walking through the alley.
In about 5 days, you're gonna if you don't post bond, you're gonna meet with your attorney that I've appointed. So he or she will be able to address this through everything that you're telling me. You'll tell him or her, and they'll be able to address it with the court next time. All right? Here's a copy of your paperwork. If I could have you step to your left, please.
You hand back out there. You sit in the back row to the left. With everything he just explained to you.
Okay. So I'm going to jail now, right?
You'll be held in custody unless you post the bond.
I can't post bond. I'm broke, you know. So what now?
Your next court date's in 5 days.
Yeah, I'm going to jail.
Officer? Take in the back row.
If I could have Melissa Flores come to the podium, please. And if I can have Matthew Mills come to the chair next to the door. Good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Please give me your full name and date of birth.
Melissa Flores, 10/03/1997.
Thank you, Ms. Flores. You are here on a Superior Court probation violation warrant. I have appointed an attorney to represent you in that matter. Your next court date is a probation revocation and possible disposition hearing on October 17th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. As to your release conditions on this matter, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. $750 secured appearance bond. Should you be able to post that bond, there are additional release conditions which apply. I'm not going to go over all of them with you, but you'll be getting a copy of all of them in writing. However, one that I would really like to point out is if you post the bond, you are to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Otherwise, you will see everyone at your next court date on October 17th. If I could have you step to your left, you'll get a copy of your release conditions. Matthew Mills, please, and if I can have Dana Rodriguez come to the chair next to the door, please. Good morning, sir. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Good afternoon. Matthew Lynn Mills, 5395.
5395. All right, Mr. Mills, you are here on a Superior Court arrest warrant for theft of means of transportation. That's a Class 3 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference on October 27th, followed by a preliminary hearing on October 29th. Both matters are at 8:30 a.m. and both matters in the downtown Superior Court. In terms of your release conditions, the court has considered the fact that you may not have had notice of this matter's upcoming court date, and that is, if I felt that you had proper notice of the court date, your release conditions would be much different. But I don't feel that you did. As a result, I'm going to be releasing you on your own recognizance here today, as long as you promise the court that you will show up on October 27th on your own, not have to be transported.
You have my word. I was following the case in the minute entries, and it said something about a confidential something.
Okay, no, that's fine. You don't have to, you don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're going to be released on your promise to appear. Make sure you do so. You're going to get a copy. There are other release conditions that apply. Please review all of them on your own. I'm not going to go over them with you, but they're going to be given to you as part of your paperwork here today. If I can have you step to your left.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And Dana Rodriguez, please come to the podium. Good morning, ma'am. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Danae Alexander Rodriguez, 11/27 of 1989.
Thank you. Sorry, I mispronounced your first name. You are here on a new matter stemming from the Buckeye Municipal Court. It is for one count of assault, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and one count of disorderly conduct, also a Class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause to exist as to both counts. Typically, not just you, but a defendant is typically not entitled to a court-appointed counsel given the nature of the offenses. However, you can hire an attorney on your own, a private attorney on your own, with your own resources. Your next court date is an arraignment hearing on October 28th at 2 p.m., again in Buckeye Municipal Court. As to your release conditions, the court will be releasing you on your own recognizance here today. There are some additional release conditions that you must abide by, and they could be challenging. So please listen and make sure that you're in compliance with them. You can't go back to the scene of the alleged crime. You can't have any contact with the victims in this, or the alleged victim in this matter. I understand that the scene of the alleged crime may be your residence. However, you are going to have to find an alternative residence while this matter is pending, or while you address your release conditions again with another judicial officer in Buckeye Municipal Court. given the fact that you may not be able to go back to your residence, or if that is the scene of the crime, the court has also issued one civil standby order. And what that means is you are, if you live in the city of Buckeye, you are to contact the Buckeye Police Department and schedule with them an appointment time for them to meet you at your house, so then you can collect some of your personal belongings.
What about my girls?
And move those belongings to the alternate residence. What questions did you have?
Well, what about my girls? I have 4 girls that I take care of daily.
I understand. I mean, I understand that. The court cannot assist you with that. The court has to be concerned primarily with making sure that your rights are observed. That's why you're in court here today, and that's why you have a next court date. But the court also has to be concerned with the safety of the alleged victim in this matter and the safety to the community. So with that, with those 3 primary concerns being addressed, I can't help you with that question.
Okay.
You're going to get a copy of all my release conditions, all my orders here momentarily. If you could step to your left. All right. I think that takes care of everybody that is present in court today. There were 2 people that were not transported in court, but that I have already seen as part of a house call.